Good day viewers. Well, I picked up this Telstra T-box at a garage sale today. Absolute bargain for $10. So I thought it was interesting, but I mainly bought it because of the hard drive. It's got a really good, healthy 320GB Hitachi HGST. It's a HGST version hard drive, not the earlier Hitachi ones, which were known to be very good. Manufactured May 2012, when this thing was made. 21st week 2012. I've backed up all the basically how you take these out, and not normally it's supposed to because they're screwed on the main board on the inside, and you can avoid your warranty if you try and take those out. So the best way to do it, you're going to avoid your warranty anyway, but it's the only way to do it. To take the bottom case off under the 3 screws underneath on the main board and slide the hard drive out, and I'll use recover, and that actually because this is actually running a Linux kernel, and Windows won't recognise that hard drive. It'll just say you need to format it, or don't format it. Use recover, and this will scan it, and I was able to recover all the files off it. There are 30 gigabytes of recorded TV programming on it I saved. Only this can play it back. It's in metadata format, so Windows just pops up with all the video files. They're just files. No other type, any file on top of any other thing that Windows recognises. But VLC will play them back. When you record something, it records it in 45 megabyte chunks, and you're going to try and figure out how to put all those video files in order. Then you need a video program that can read the format that this thing's recording them in, that decrypt them and rearrange the video files in their correct order, so you can join them up as a full movie like Windows Movie Maker would. It's a bit to it, but it's the easy method. You're not going to get these out without avoiding your warranty, so it's the only way to do it. Apparently these can support up to 500 gigabyte drives. People have put 1 terabyte drives in here, but the firmware limits it to 500 gigabyte only. So you can partition the drive for two 500 gigabyte drives, and that does work. This is basically a rebranded Netgem N8200, which has been flashed and loaded with Telstra's bloatware. Now there's some forums on the internet that how to jailbreak these and lock my Android box so I can watch Netflix, play off hard drives. This does play off hard drives, but it's very limited. The firmware that runs a set-top box in here that does a TV recording is very glitchy, and it drops out all the time. You can only record off free-to-air TV, but not Foxtel. So they're pretty limited. Telstra do keep you under their little in their own little world. You're pretty much stuck with Telstra, but as I said, you can jailbreak these. It's not an easy task. There's a USB port thing under here. You pop this cover off, take this top cover off, and you can put a slide a USB socket over this bit of the circuit board. I tried that and I couldn't get it to do anything. I'll pull this apart and show you where the test points are. But as I said, it's not an easy process to get into jailbreak these, because Telstra's bloatware does a pretty good job of not letting anyone jailbreak these. Their own bloatware makes these things practically useless. These things are sold all over the world. These are in the UK. As I said, Netgem is the manufacturer of this T-box. The good thing about it is you can unplug this Wi-Fi dongle and plug it into your computer. Windows 10 should be able to install generic drivers that'll work with this to get your Wi-Fi with this adapter. Very cheap way to do it. So just don't integrate that into the main board. It's very cheap how to do it this way, but in the long run, it makes upcycling and recycling when it comes to disposal much easier. You can just take this module and keep it, and stick it in your computer. Apparently Windows 7 and XP you can't get drivers for, but with Linux machines and Windows 10, it'll just download generic drivers, which apparently work on this. This will work on the Windows machine. It's a Pegatron made device. There's an antenna down there which I should be able to solder something on to extend its range. It's got a Raylink chip, so it's using the same Railink chip that the I've seen some USB Wi-Fi adapters on eBay and local shops, and they've also got Railink components in them. So it's the same thing, just without the plastic case on the outside of it. The CPU's there. This is a brain here, Telstra. The firmware I think is in here. There's something here near the battery. There's something we're going to do here, or I think it's here or here. People solder things on, and they use like an RS-232 interface. They tap off these points here. They were able to get to like the console in the firmware, but they couldn't get further than that. They could flash it, and they can get to the point where they brick it, so there's no operating system on this thing. But in order to get a new operating system on it to jailbreak this thing here, they haven't got that far yet. There are a lot of people out there working on it though. This USB port under here that's hidden doesn't do anything apparently. That's for some other servicing thing. This one here, I tried putting the flash drive on, and it doesn't just, you can't just plug any USB in here or here. Some big pond recorded shit or some proprietary shit. You need some sort of, you have to be hooked up to big pond to unlock the hard drive playback capability or something. Because yeah, if you're not with big pond, these things are next to useless. You only get the basic set-top box functions and manual recording. So if you're big pond, or if you have Telstra big pond, they'll offer you this or a T-Hub. Or yeah, this is what you get if you have Telstra crap like this. But if you want to jailbreak it, the options just seem to be getting a bit better. So yeah, it's just a Netgem. It's got Telstra's bloatware on it. It's pretty restricted to what you can do with this thing, thanks to Telstra's bloody bloatware. If anyone has any easier ways to jailbreak this thing, let me know, because I've read everyone else is having troubles too. They've had something they can solder on these test points and these test points, and they desolder the positive of the battery, so the system's not powered up when you're trying to flash the firmware of this thing. If once you can flash the firmware on this thing and put your custom firmware on it, like the Android or something like that, or to run XBMC and everything else, you can maximise the potential. Then you can make use of this port here, not just for Wi-Fi, for example. You can do all sorts of things. This thing has the hardware to be a pretty good little TV multimedia box. Can play off anything and run even run Android apps. But yeah, big ponds, Telstra's big ponds restricts this thing down to pretty shitty. Pretty limited. Here's these hard drive screws I was talking about. 2 there and 1 there to hold the hard drive in. And you can only play back the same recordings off this box only. You can copy the recordings onto a USB stick, but they're DRM encrypted. You can't do anything with them. It's stupid. This method here works better. So I'm just going to put all the music on that hard drive and just use it for a jukebox hard drive. As I said, it's a pretty good nick. It's got 232 days solid use on it. It's in pretty good peak condition, which is a bonus. So you see these T boxes being thrown out, pick them up, because they are, yeah, they're good sources of hard drives at least. Some came out of Western Digital 160 gigabyte hard drives, and Seagate hard drives. This one in particular had the Hitachi hard drive in it. I think 320 is as big as they got. But this is from 2012, as I said. I think the current model this year supports up to 500 gigabyte drives, which they come out with, I think. Let's see, 8,500 hours power uptime, 354 days. Hang on, yeah, that's more than, hang on, which one had 232 days? What am I thinking? Something else. There we go, almost a year. Almost one solid year of continuous use. Mad. I'll let that copy over. It's going to be my jukebox hard drive. It's not a 7200 RPM, it's only a little 5900 RPM. Anyway, I'll give you another look at the specs. As I said, it's an N8200 Netgem. Yeah, if we can find an easier way we can jailbreak this thing. We've got running custom operating on system and firmware on it. It'll be really good. Anyway, thanks for watching.